Hello everyone, it's me. I know you probably feel like I've dropped off the face of the earth here. Haven't done a video in a while. Don't know why the past few weeks have just been so crazy. Uh, but you asked me to list all the stuff I got done. I don't know that I could list a whole lot, but we did have a Thanksgiving holiday in there, which was a good time with family, so I don't regret that. But wanted to hop on. I saw, because on Facebook and all them, you can follow all these craft groups, and there's one called Kristy's Craft Room, and they share all these different craft ideas and things that they create. And Deanna Rego had posted, and what she did was she took a lot of these circles, and on a piece of wood, I mean a pretty decent sized piece of wood, her family, they had like a holiday craft time, and they made these similar to what I made on this card. They actually made a piece of artwork, each of them. And I just thought, well, and they used a whole lot more of these round discs than I did because it was a big piece of artwork. But I thought I'm going to kind of cut that down and do a card with it. But here's what I want you to see and hear. Now, I used a lot of these are scraps of actual cardstock or printed paper, designer paper. But I had this idea: why couldn't you just use scraps of your wrapping paper? And some of these are scraps of wrapping paper that I cut. So if you've got scraps of wrapping paper, don't throw them away. And if you don't want to make a card with this project, how about you just take a piece of paper and let the kids have kind of like what she did with her. They had family craft time. They can just make a picture, same thing, just using scraps of colored or wrapping paper, and give them like a little Christmas craft project. How about that? And then they could write. I just kind of put season's greeting, but they could write Merry Christmas on it, or anything they want to say on their personal artwork. I just thought, what a cute idea. Now, what I did to cut my disc and all the different paper, kind of like what I did with the when I did my caterpillar card, I just took a quarter and traced it and cut these circles out. You could do that. You could have the kids help you with it. Like I say, basically, now wrapping paper like this, it is a little thinner and it is a little bit more delicate. But look, I mean, it's a scrap that you probably were going to throw away. So why not use it? I'll trace a couple because look, he messed up pretty bad. Let's cut this. And then we'll use some of these with our other discs that we've got cut out. I cut a bunch out the other day, and it is sort of a, see, look how easy it tears. Now I'm going to cut my circle out. If I can hold on to the paper. Okay. Again, I think this would be neat if you're wrapping presents and you save the little scraps, you could use it to do this. And either, like I say, you don't have to make a card. You could just have a little project, a fun art project that your kids could do. See, I cut that little circle out of that wrapping paper. I have some more. This is kind of a Santa paper. I have a few cut out from him that I did. I have the different pattern, like I say, the different designer pattern paper or cardstock paper, holiday themed. And I think I've got enough that we're going to go with it. I just wanted to kind of show you, basically, you take your quarter, you trace it, cut it out, and you get your circles. So we're going to use these and put this together. Like I say, my main thought was that this is something that you could do regardless of if you have a lot of, I'm going to cut a couple more of these out because I like these little patterns. If you don't have a lot of stuff, you just want to make just a cute little note for somebody, save that scrap paper when you're wrapping, get a quarter, cut some circles, and make you a Christmas tree. And I like, the more patterns the better. I like a variety. And basically, I just had a little, this is all scrap stuff. So this is a scrap piece of brown paper. But you know what? If you got a paper bag, which like if you buy from Aldi that and have it delivered, or if you go and forget your bags, you can buy like a paper bag. If you have a paper bag, long story longer, grocery bag, you could just cut you a piece of brown paper from that bag to make your the tree part, the base of the tree, I guess is what we'll call it. Okay, now this is, I just kind of did this, like I said, I just had these extra scraps of paper around, so my base is going to be just this little plaid here, because I thought that was a neutral that wouldn't interfere too much with all my different patterns, because we want to have more attention on the patterns of the tree than on the actual layers. So let's do this. Let's get him layered up. Haven't talked to y'all in a while. Hope y'all are doing well. Hopefully I can get back on this quickly, because I've got a lot of different ideas for things that I've got to kind of work out for Christmas that I wanted to do. So maybe we'll see how that goes. Okay, let me put, and I always put like a little ribbon. This plaid, I've got the red, I bought it on Amazon, and I've got a couple of reels of, because they were, it was like a 2-pack of each or whatever, so they're pretty cheap. I've got red and white and green and white, and I bought it way back several Christmases ago, and it's like kind of like the miracle oil that a lot with Elijah, the lady had the oil but never ran out, and I guess my ribbon never runs out. Just kidding. I'm not trying to say it's a miracle ribbon. Okay, this is my base. I'm ready to go. Now, I kind of want to cut him a little bit like he's at the bottom, like it's a little bit rounded, like, you know, a tree trunk, I guess I should say. Okay, well, that's going to be good enough. Now we're going to stick him on. Try to make sure and center him. If you look at this one, it's like my tree is leaning to the left, you know, and I thought, well, if I'm really honest, I have had Christmas trees lean before, so it's probably more accurate than I care to admit. So we're going to go with that. All right, I'm going to try to center my tree trunk here. And then we're just going to layer our circles that we cut out with our quarter. Okay, like I say, just different patterns. Any of your scrap or your wrapping paper, save it. I know I'm repeating, but it's just such an easy way to repurpose and reuse some of that paper that you're going to throw out. Okay, now I'm going to try and put this here. I think that works about right. Okay. I'll use one of my ones that I just cut from the wrapping paper. There's no rhyme or reason for any pattern. I'm just going with what I like here. I'm only putting glue on like the top part of the dot or the circle. In the picture that she had, it seemed like these kind of were standing up a little bit at the bottom, like branches coming out. I don't know that mine are going to be that good, but we're going to try. So, okay, I had this one. I had about 7 on the bottom. Let's see if we want to do that again. Well, they'll cooperate. 1, 2, 3. I might go with one more. That would give me 6. And then I'll do maybe 5. Maybe we'll do this one. I got 6 on that base, and then we're just gonna, we'll probably do 5, 4, 3, 2. Hopefully we have room here for all that. So, okay. I think I'll use this one as one of that Santa Claus wrapping paper. I'm going to use him up here. Like I said, you could do all the same pattern. That might work out well. I just was using all the different scraps because she had like a lot of the multiple, and I recognized some of the papers she had as some, like this one she used. And I go, I think I definitely have some of that paper. I think I want, I'll use this one. Do one more on this row. So then we'll do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hopefully he won't be leaning like my other tree. Hopefully he'll be straight. Okay. Let's mix them over a little bit so I have room for 4. This one. Oh, I want to, some of my cuts are not perfectly round, so I'm going to try to hide some of the parts that ain't round up under the next layer. How about that? Okay, I got 4 of them on 3, 2, and 1, and hopefully have room for a star. Okay. Here's another one from a different piece of wrapping paper that I had. The good thing about the wrapping paper is most of them on the other side is like a white or cream color, so it's easy to trace on and cut. In other words, you can see your lines really well. I'll do this one with the snowflakes. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. We had a really good one with our family. Blessed to have good family, good times, lots of fun memories. Okay, let's see. I might do another from my Santa wrapping paper, which if you look, you can see there's an eye. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Anyway. Okay, I'm going to get 2, 1. Hopefully get me a little star up here. Okay, now we need 2. Hopefully I don't have him leaning this time. See what do I want on top for the last one? Maybe this guy. That'll work. Like I said, there's not really any set pattern. And as I was talking to y'all a while ago, I realized you really could just do them all the same pattern. That would actually be pretty cute, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, now I'm going to take, for the star, I just got my little punch out, and I'm going to make a star for the top. Oh, and my pen, okay. And then we'll glue it here. And voila, we have a Christmas tree made out of scraps, and part of which are scraps of wrapping paper. So let's see if we can get him straight today, since, like I say, my tree was leaning a little bit. So I think that's kind of cute. I'm going to, and then what I did was I just cut out Season's Greetings here. I've got that stamped if I haven't lost it. And I have it ready to cut out. Where did he go, though, is the question. I guess I could always do it again. I love it when stuff just runs away from you, don't you? Let's see. Oh, we're going to put our doodads on there, like our Christmas. They'll be like Christmas lights. Didn't think about that. Hold on, let's do that before we get our Season's Greeting. How about that? Okay, and I just have all the different colors we're going to put on here. Very random arrangement. Let's see, I've got red, green, blue, gold, diamond. Well, I guess that would be clear for lights. Okay. I'll put a gold one here. One. Oh, let me get him. Red one. Just kind of stagger them like this. This one. Okay. Right there. And what you could do if you don't have, if you're going to do this with the art, let's say you have an art project with the kids and you're just going to let them cut out circles and make a picture. What you could do is maybe, sometimes they have those glittery crayons or like some little glitter dab that you could dab, or just have them even take markers and they could mark on their Christmas lights, or however you want to do it. Or you could do it without Christmas lights, because it really can kind of go without Christmas lights. You don't have to have Christmas lights. Okay, I think I'll put one more here. I think it'll be, I'm going to put blue just to put blue. How about that? All right, now let's get back to our Season's Greeting. Get that done. And we've made a little Christmas card using a quarter and scraps of paper. I didn't really put anything on the inside because my main focus tonight is to show you how to do the circle, the Christmas tree using scrap paper with a quarter. That was my main emphasis tonight. But you could put anything on the inside, season's greeting or a handwritten note, all the different stamp sets that have cute little sayings for Christmas. You know, there's a whole lot that you could do with it. But like I say, my main thing was I wanted to show you the circle. I'm gonna call it a circle tree just to kind of save some issue here. Okay, now let's see. Just to save some time sitting trying to think of the word, and that way y'all ain't sitting going, is she ever gonna get it? Okay, I'm just gonna use this and redo it since I can't find my season's greeting. Of course, once I stamp it, I'll find it. Okay. Gotta get my tree up. I got everything but the tree up. Gotta put it up. I gotta wrap some presents actually. Now that I say that about saving your wrapping scraps, I know to save mine. Okay. I'm just gonna cut this out real quick, and I just cut around the curves of the season's greetings. Ooh. I'm trying to make sure you can see it. I've got it kind of close up because my table is a mess. I've got to get my Christmas cards done and mailed. I've got birthday cards that I've had to get ready. I'm trying to work on an idea for a card for my brother-in-laws who have moved to North Carolina, the coast, and thought it'd be kind of cute to do a beach theme, but I haven't worked it out to anything that I like yet, so I will definitely share that if I come up with something that I feel like I like and I think they'll like. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm just going to stick this here. Now I'm just going to stick this on the red background. Even with these little cutouts, I like my layers. I like to give it another dimension, a little more depth, having the layers. Sorry, I probably should be saying something. Haven't done this in a few weeks. I'm a little rusty. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to put my season's greeting on here, and there we go. Now let me see. I think this is, yeah, that's too long, so I'm going to have to cut in. It's a dimensional. All right, now we're going to put this here. I got him on, like I say, on a dimensional. I think right here in the middle works out, but actually, kind of works down here in the bottom too, don't it? That way you kind of can see the tree. Huh, I kind of like that. Well, he's got extras in him. Okay, so these are my two circle disc cards that I made using scraps of paper, some of which are scraps of wrapping paper, which is what I want to emphasize, that if you don't have all these different papers, or if you want a quick project, don't throw your scraps of wrapping paper away. You can do something fun with them. So that's the card for tonight. I may have another one this week because I got to get caught up. Like I said, there's several Christmas ones that I want to experiment with and see how they work out. And, you know, we don't have as long, we have a short season this year for Christmas. We don't get the full, I think we're getting gypped a little bit of time, if we're really honest. But what can you do? It's how the calendar works, and I'm not in charge of that. So I'm going to let you guys get back to what you're doing, whether it's holiday shopping or singing or watching Christmas movies. I hope you have a good week this week. We'll be back in touch. Take care. Again, don't forget Tammy's Paper Smiles is on obviously YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. We have an Etsy store. You can always reach out to me with messages on here if you have ideas of something that could make these projects better. You know, the only thing I would request is if you could be nice, make sure you're nice about it. When you read comments on some people's posts, I'm like, man, that was just mean. But anywho, I've never had that issue. But anyhow, if you have comments or ideas or something that you think would make a good card, please let me know. I would love to try it. That's what I love, watching and seeing other people's work and getting ideas. I'm really on Pinterest more than any other website, if I'm honest, or any other app. I'm on there all the time because I love to see everybody's creativity. Again, Tammy's Paper Smiles. If you could please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, like my videos, that would be fantastic. I would appreciate it. Until next time, have a good one.